Hello darlings, it's Tess. Today's video is a little sneaky peeky for you of my preparations for a Halloween party that I threw for my friends this October. I started off by painting this platter that I already had in my home a nice purple color because I decided that the color themes for my party were going to be purple, orange and black, which I think we all know are very common Halloween colors. So I wanted to take over the Tutti Frutti vibe and make it something a lot more Halloweeny, and it ended up looking great. And it's always really nice to just paint things. It can be really satisfying. I got these glittery pumpkins from Spotlight. I think I showed you in another video, and I wanted some that weren't orange and glittery just for some differences of texture and color, so I decided to paint this one purple too. I then decided to put glitter on it because having a sparkly purple one to go with the sparkly orange was always something that you knew I had to do. I mean, hello, I'm Tess, I need purple sparkles at some point in my life if I'm throwing a party. I decided to paint this one, this really lovely rose gold color as well, which kind of is a metallic orange in a way, so this was really fun to do as well. And then I went to a party shop and got some great supplies, these Cheers Witches napkins and these other witchy ones that have a crystal ball and a magic potion and a death's head moth. I love them so much I didn't want to use them. I found these Nightmare Before Christmas plates as well. I absolutely love them. And for a slightly bigger plate, I also got these that match the napkins. And yes, I have absolutely put one of these plates up on my wall. I got some cups too for drinks that say "Creep It Real." How cute are they? And here's how my pumpkins turned out. I think they look pretty good. There's the rose gold one. There's a little pipe cleaner spider that I made. There's the purple glittery. I put a green stalk onto the orange glitter. This I found at the party shop as well, a nice fabric purple one that I thought was adorable. This is a rainbow shiny skull, and I also got some little cauldrons. I think you saw that in a previous vid, but I've got them here with the little pumpkins. And these great sticks to go in the top of cakes, which I made use of, but they're super cool. I then kept making my decorations, and one of the things I made were these bleeding candles. I got a red candle and a pair of white ones from my local $2 shop, and then used the red wax to drip down the sides of the whites to make it look like they were bleeding. And there's this one bit in the Francis Ford Coppola version of Dracula where all of these candles start bleeding as he screams and renounces God. That movie is so freaking extra if you've never seen it. It's totally ridiculous and a pretty good one for Halloween. I do love a good bloody horror movie, but I decided to go with fun horror themes for this particular party for my friends. Not everyone likes gore the way I do. I also decided upon a vintage theme for a lot of decorations, and so I found this old vintage decoration, or a picture of it anyway, which is a fortune wheel for Halloween parties, where the original decoration had a wheel and you could spin it and find out your fortune. For example, a little witch has picked you out to prove her mystic powers, and every joy beyond a doubt will bring you happy hours. Some other vintage things I found on Google Images was this set of like vintage, cool, sort of spooky orange and black. I'm not sure what they were originally supposed to be used for. Maybe they were characters that came printed on cardboard, but I decided to make a garland out of them. I also found this amazing owl decoration that was really big, so I used it as the centerpiece for my garland. I also found this moon and witch crystal ball style thing, even if I had to print it out flat. And these next few decals are from the jewelry company Erstwilder, who released these designs as brooches, and I love them so much that I just had to have them in my garland. I blue tacked the string to the back of the owl to form the centerpiece, and then started by putting all of the other smaller things onto the string either side of it. I knew I wanted to have lots of sweet treats for my friends, and I particularly love these 3 types of lollipops that I managed to pick up. I then put all of the things on my table, and it did require quite a few goes of rearranging in order to get everything set up the way I wanted it, but it's been really fun for me. My mood has been a little bit low lately, despite my recent videos vow to try and feel a little bit better. But organizing and creating things for this party has been really making me feel a lot lighter hearted. So I took pleasure in all of my various fiddling and faddling to make sure that it turned out well. And yes, the black and orange ribbons are still on our table candle from last Samhain. My candy platter had to look great. I've got some dark mint bars there, some vampire blood lollipops, and some sherbet fruits in the middle there, and some Lolita style heart-shaped lollipops. And then I have some jelly beans and sour worms and some eyeballs and brains in these bags that I obviously didn't want to put out until right before the party so they didn't get all melted and sticky. There we have it. I think it looks pretty good. It was really hard to get a good shot of my garland because our table being in front of the window meant that the light was coming in and making everything look very overexposed, as you guys can see. So sorry about that, but I think the garland turned out really well. I loved using the vintage icons on either side of it to create some nice different little shapes leading up to the big owl centerpiece. I took a lot of inspiration from Emily Vallely, who has some really cool vintage style decorations in her home that she posted about last year. She had a garland, I thought it was cute, so I wanted to make my own. Now you can't eat these pumpkins, so I'm sure you want to see the food. A graveyard of guacamole with little edible wafer headstones. These apple monsters had Nutella, strawberries, Tic Tac teeth, and then banana ghosts. My friends vacuumed them up. They thought they were so cute, but who doesn't love fruit and Nutella? The cauldron cakes turned out great. I used a chocolate cake pop style mixture in the bottom of each cauldron and then put some coloured vanilla buttercream on the top, followed by a lot of sprinkles to make it look like a proper double toilet trouble. The food table looks pretty good to me. I didn't really take any footage during the party just because I wanted to enjoy my time with my friends and not make them feel like they had to perform for a camera. But it was super duper fun. We all loved it. We watched The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is always a good vibe, and we ate lots of these cauldron cakes. They are really rich, man. I hope you've enjoyed seeing my preparations for my little Halloween party. I had so much fun doing it, and obviously even more fun seeing my friends, and they all seemed to like all of my food and my treats and meeting each other as well. I invited a few friends over, and the ones that did show up hadn't met each other before, so that was really amazing. I love seeing, you know, your loved ones reacting with love to your other loved ones is always very satisfying. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as the little outro, I would like to give you a TikTok that I made in relation to my party, which I've seen POV style TikToks before of people saying things like, you know, POV of you coming to my house for a sleepover, and it's done so that it looks like, you know, a person is looking at you and you're talking to them, and it has a little subtitle. And I just decided that maybe some people think that kind of thing is cringe, but I just decided to do it because cringe culture is dead. I, Tess Conlon, hath killed it, and I have replaced it with joy culture. So feast your eyes upon this thing, and I really don't care what you think of it because all that went into it was love. I'll see you again soon for more Halloween and Samhain videos, and remember, I love you, keep going, enjoy!